Continuing our conversation on how you can legally, ethically, and creatively be using AI inside of your author career, let's talk about how you can use artificial intelligence to help compare your two book blurbs for crossover marketing opportunities. We are going to jump in and drop a prompt which is going to get straight to the point. Now, typically, we give it a lens or a framework of I'm a multi-time best-selling author, I write these kinds of things. You can be doing that here. You don't necessarily need to be doing it if you do not want to, but it does learn from what you've done in the past. I jump right into the conversation and say, compare these book blurbs and find crossover elements for marketing. I then say book 1, and I drop the book blurb for The Conspiracy of Jack Frost by yours truly. This is going to then go down to book 2, where I drop the blurb for Jaded. Now, both of these books are dystopian novels. They are sci-fi, they are dystopian, they live in a futuristic United States, but I don't necessarily say all of that inside of the book blurb. It is just going to analyze what I have created inside of my blurb and look for those crossover elements. Now, could I give it more information? Yes. And if I don't like what it gives me, I can then give follow-up information so that it can help find those crossovers. So if you have your book blurb from Amazon or from one of your pages, or if you have then longer information from your website, you can feed that into it. If you have even a timeline of what happens inside of your book. So as I'm writing, I keep a running timeline, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, all the bullet point things that are happening. I could feed that into it to give it more information to find those crossover elements. We're going to go ahead and let it analyze that. And it is going to start to come up with some crossover elements. We're going to scroll down as it's doing it. There we go. Okay. Sorry, it wasn't letting me scroll down very well. There we go, kind of. It's just not letting me grab that right today. Certainly, here are some crossover elements that could be used for marketing these two books together. Number 1, strong protagonists in dire situations. Both books feature protagonists who are in life-threatening situations. In The Conspiracy of Jack Frost, Genesis and her team are fighting against an out-of-control weather machine and an enemy within. In Jaded, Jade and Roan are facing a deadly game of survival as they navigate a marriage driven by revenge. Oh, I like how they worded that because I've never used a marriage driven by revenge. That's really good. I should save that for later. Highlighting these intense challenges and resilience of the protagonist could attract readers who enjoy high-stakes stories. So I can look at this and say, okay, we've got people from within, enemies from within the confines of what we're doing in both of these books coming against them. We have people who are undercover enemies of theirs. In The Conspiracy of Jack Frost, they have somebody inside of the bunker that they live in who is betraying them all. In Jaded, it's a marriage where she is forced into a marriage and her husband is out to murder her and make it look like an accident to get back at her father. So we have undercover enemies, people that other people, the outsiders, are not expecting, that are working against them to end their lives or to work against them in some way, without too many spoilers. But that's something I can lean heavily into with my marketing. Number 2, themes of survival and betrayal. Both blurbs emphasize themes of survival and betrayal. In The Conspiracy of Jack Frost, the characters must survive harsh conditions caused by the weather machine while dealing with internal betrayal. In Jaded, Jade and Roan must navigate treacherous situations where they can't fully trust each other due to their circumstances because he's trying to murder her. These themes could resonate with readers who enjoy complex relationships and unexpected twists. Number 3, uncovering secrets. In both books, the characters discover hidden truths that change their perception of the world around them. Yes, correct. Genesis uncovers the truth about Morizoko Industries controlling the weather in The Conspiracy of Jack Frost, while Jade and Roan are entangled in a web of deceit in Jaded. The intrigue of unraveling secrets could attract readers who enjoy mystery and suspense. Would I lean into mystery and suspense on these? No, I would not, because that's a genre and we don't want to be messing up our genres. But uncovering those secret truths and those hidden things, absolutely something I could play into. He goes on to say romantic elements. While genres of these two books might differ, there are romantic elements present in both. Correct. The Conspiracy of Jack Frost is Genesis and Jack's relationship at the core, and in Jade and Roan's evolving relationship is pivotal to the plot. Yes, it is. Highlighting the emotional connection and dynamics could draw in readers who enjoy the romance and the character-driven stories. Number 5, dystopian and high-stakes settings. Oh, they got the dystopia! I love it. Both books seem to be set in environments with high stakes and elements of dystopia. The Conspiracy of Jack Frost features a world within a snow globe. They always think it's a world within a snow globe. I call it a snow globe of a world, but it's not a snow globe. And a dangerous weather machine, while Jade is present in society rife with political intrigue. Fans of dystopian and high-stakes settings could find elements to enjoy. They go on to say character growth and development and dual perspectives. The Conspiracy of Jack Frost is not a dual perspective. It is solely told from Genesis' perspective, but Jaded is, in fact, a dual perspective book. And that's, something we could have a discussion about with the marketing. So by giving your 2 book blurbs, you can have those conversations. You can see what it likes. You can see what it picks out. You can also click regenerate if you don't like it, or you could say number 7 is not accurate. Please give me another one. It'll give you another option. And again, if it's not giving you enough information, Gemma says it's not giving you enough information. If you just heard my puppy, you can then feed in those bullet points. You can feed in more facts. You can feed in more things so that you have the opportunity to learn more and grab that for your marketing. Gemma does not like when it doesn't give you enough to work with, so you can input more into it. Questions, let's go ahead and drop it down below and follow along for a continuing conversation on AI and how you can be legally, creatively, and ethically using this inside of your author business to save time and effort so that you can create more money inside of your author platform and do better in this world without being weird and icky about how you're using AI. And for daily tips and tricks on how you can navigate the publishing world to make this your most profitable year ever, give us a follow and subscribe down below. We will see you in those upcoming episodes.